Hey guys, welcome to the Houston Zoo. Alicia here, and I am with Hasani, our big male lion, and Tori, and we are actually at our big training window on our lion habitat. And Tori is going to be demonstrating some of Hasani's trained behaviors for you guys today. And some of you guys at home, you may be wondering, well, how do we get a 500-pound lion to train? And that is a great question. Well, we here at the Houston Zoo, we do something called operant conditioning. Now that is just a really big word for ask and reward. We are going to ask Hasani to do a handful of behaviors, and we are going to reward him when he does that. Now, as you can see, Hasani always has a choice to participate in training. He always has a choice to walk away from training and come back. We do not force our animals to do anything here at the Houston Zoo. That is something that is so important in welfare. And we believe that welfare is our #1 priority. Now, as you guys are gonna see, Tori's gonna ask him a lot of different what we call husbandry behaviors. Now, also another really big word, and that is just body presence. And that is so that we can keep a good look at Hasani. We can look at different body parts, such as looking at his paws, opening his mouth, having him stand up on cue, turn around on cue. And that is so that if something were to happen, say as he gets a scratch, maybe he gets something in his mouth, maybe his little paw pads get cracked, and maybe we need to put ointment on it. Those are all things that we're able to treat accordingly. Now, Hasani here, he is in perfectly good health, but if that were to happen, we were able to have him participate in his own vet care. Now, you guys at home may think to yourself, well, Hasani is 500 pounds. Man, that is a really big cat, and you guys are not wrong. He is a really big cat. But did you guys know that lions are actually not the largest species of cats? That tigers are actually the largest, and that tigers can actually get to 600 to 800 pounds. So if you look at Hasani, there is a species of cat that can get bigger than him. Now, Hasani is not the only lion that we have here at the Houston Zoo. We do have 2 female lions. They are behind the scenes right now because we wanted to give him plenty of time to shine and be the star of the show and be able to train. And we let him kind of be front and center here at the training window. We didn't want them to push over, take his shine away, so we let him be out here by himself. But don't worry, they're actually going to come back out later and be able to share the habitat with him. Our 2 female lions are Maddie and Azima, and they are in the pride with Hasani. Now, if any of you guys have come to the Houston Zoo, you may notice a couple things about lion prides, and that is that there are usually more females than males. That's actually really normal. There are usually 2 to 3 related males to a multitude of related females. So Hasani being the only male with multiple females is a normal pride setting. So as you can see Hasani come up here close and center, you're gonna notice the one big thing that we all know about lions. What is that? That they have manes, right? But a lot of us don't actually know why lions have manes. So if you actually look at his mane, what does it kind of go around? It goes around his face, around his neck, kind of down around his chest. And if you look really close, it kind of goes down into his armpits, right? Well, manes are actually designed for protection. If you think about all the areas that a mane covers, it covers all of those areas when lions are battling and warriors and fighting. Hopefully, the goal is that that other lion, when they go to fight, gets hair and not those nice vulnerable areas of flesh. Now, as you can see, Hasani here, he is a younger lion, so it was a little hard for him to start focusing in, but Tori did refocus him. So if any of you guys have pets at home, as you know, training takes a ton of patience. And that is something that we have to do here at the Houston Zoo. And as you can see, that stand behavior is really impressive. You can tell we have a lot of kids out here. That is something that's really enjoyable. And you can see actually how big he is when I mentioned that 500 pounds. And Tori has been really patient and kind of worked him through kind of getting that stand behavior. Oh, here we go. We're going to start some questions. I'm going to explain a little bit about the training he is doing right now. I mentioned in the very beginning, these are actually known as husbandry behaviors or body presence. You notice that he opens his mouth. That could be something if a veterinarian needs to look in his mouth. He might present his paws. He knows both of them, right and left. And you're going to see that Tori is offering a visual and verbal cue. She may offer paw by putting her hand up and asking him paw. He stood up on cue. I saw you so that you guys saw that on camera. That is so that we can look at his chest or belly. He knows turn around in case we needed to look at his butt. That is something that he also knows on cue. Some of our other training might be for fun. Hasani actually also knows a play behavior on cue, where we trained him to run over and swat a toy on cue. That was for mental stimulation and to get him kind of more comfortable with playing with toys. Sometimes he gets a little nervous with his own toys and they can be a little bit scary. So that is something that we are to working his confidence with playing with some of those bigger toys. Even though he is 500 pounds, sometimes he doesn't always realize he's 500 pounds. Now what you're seeing Tori give him is what we call a reinforcement, or what you would give your pets at home, a cookie. Now, we don't give cookies here at the Houston Zoo. We do give meat since we do work with carnivores. So this is pretty much like a little piece of steak. Now, this is not part of his daily diet. We do give them a special carnivore diet. It has all of the nutrients that they need ground up in the meat. So unlike us, who just eat the meat portion of an animal, these guys need to eat the skin, the hair, the bone, the ligaments, because if you think in the wild, they're going to eat all of the parts of the animal, unlike us. Now, just a little bit about what's going to be happening after the training session. Now, right now we're focusing, on the veterinary care. We're focusing on his mental health, but something we also focus on here at the Houston Zoo is their physical health. Now here at the end of this training session, we are going to be doing something that's a little bit fun so you guys get to see a little bit how we work on the physical health of our animals. We do something here at the Houston Zoo called enrichment. Now that's just a really big word in that we present the animals with something different every day. We kind of work those 5 senses and we do something called behavior-based enrichment. That means that we take all of those natural behaviors that the animal does in the wild. So take what lions do in the wild, and most of you that come to the zoo are going to say they sleep. Yep, they sleep 20 hours a day, and we actually have goal behaviors every day. So it may be swimming, it may be sleeping or sunning or scratching, and we actually give them enrichment for the day to try to reach that goal behavior. So here after this training demo, and it looks like it's done, we are actually going to present some enrichment for you guys. Now, before we present that, we want to mention a couple things to you guys really quickly before we get started. The first thing is, hey, at the end of this month, we are really excited to announce that on April 30th, the zoo is actually going to be celebrating our 100th birthday. We are going to be doing a giant birthday bash. And if you, with your ticket admission to the zoo, you actually get to go to the birthday bash for free. So just so you guys know, you guys should come out, celebrate the 100th birthday of the zoo with us. We're going to be doing a lot of really fun activities. We're going to have keepers out on grounds all day doing special keeper chats, doing really special events that day. Again, get your tickets online, and with your tickets online, just to get into the zoo that day, you get to go to all of those events. Now, all of you members out there, part of the old zoo family, your membership means you get in free that day. So we are really excited to actually see you guys come out, help not only us, but help you guys celebrate 100 years of the Houston Zoo being here. Come celebrate all the changes. Come tell us your stories about growing up with the Houston Zoo, and we can tell you some of our favorite stories in the Houston Zoo. Now, again, you guys kind of see Hasani's kind of get up. So we're actually, just so you guys know, this is a little bit about what you're about to see. This bone and meat that we have, it's exactly what it sounds like. We have a giant piece of meat with a bone in the middle. We are going to be putting it on our zip line system. It is going to be cranked down this zip line, and we are going to have a keeper up there cranking it as fast as possible. We are going to move it down, and it's going to be above Hasani's head. And our goal is for Hasani actually to jump up in the air and grab it out of the air. Our goal is to work all of those nice core muscles for Hasani and all of those strong leg muscles for him to reach up, grab that bone and meat, and pull it down. If you think about how lions hunt in the wild, that is something that they would all use, is all that core muscle. And you can see he knows that it's up there. He's ready to go. He's in hunting mode. So it's something really exciting. So as you guys saw today, though we're so excited you guys came out and enjoyed this Facebook Live with us, we work on mental stimulation. We work on their veterinary health. We work on their physical health, kind of like going to the gym. That's what you guys are going to be seeing. And again, we talked about welfare because that is our #1 goal here at the Houston Zoo. And last but not least, don't forget about on April 30th is our 100th birthday bash, and we want to see you guys there. So we're going to give that radio call to those keepers. We're ready for that bone and meat to come down. So here it comes, guys, and you're going to see one of those keepers. They're going to be using all that muscle to try to beat him, and you're going to see him throw a little strategy into this. Now, his goal is to get to this bone and meat as quickly as possible, and our goal is to make him jump as high as possible. So you can kind of see he may try to strategize and use some of the rock work. That's really awesome, what we call cognitive thought process. That's problem solving for all the rest of us. And you can see he may try to use this rock. He's going to jump up and try to grab it. Oh, that keeper beat him past it. So this is fun for us keepers. And it's something where we try to have him work past everything. So you can kind of see he's going to try to troubleshoot the easiest way. So again, you guys, this is kind of like when me and you go to the gym. This is a lot of that physical activity we'd like to see. And we want to see him problem solve this, strategize this, look around. This is what we would do, is almost replicating a little bit of a hunt. And we can kind of see he should use some muscles and strategize. Oh, he's not sure, he's not sure. And now again, you guys, I mentioned this is a 500-pound lion. He could easily jump up and grab this. He's just got to build the confidence up to do that. And that's okay. And if for some reason he doesn't do it, again, something we should all remember about lions, because I know we all sit at home and watch Nat Geo. Of course we do, our Animal Planet, is that lions are only successful about 30% of the time. So for all of us batting average, that's only a 300 batting average. So if for some reason he fails, that is also a very natural behavior for these animals. And that is something that he would naturally experience in the wild. Now, we don't want him to fail because, of course, we love Hasani. We want him to succeed. And I don't think he's going to. But just as a reminder, lions are really only successful 30% of the time. And I don't know if you guys can hear, there's quite a group of kids. Oh, yeah! Oh, that was a close call. That was a close one. But what we saw was something really awesome. You saw him push into the air. You saw him use his claws. You saw him swipe. That is exactly what we want to see as keepers. We want to see him use those muscles. We want to see more than one jump. That's great physical activity for him. And again, 30% success. So that is actually exactly what we want to see as keepers. Now we can easily scoot this bone and meat down and make it easier for him. But again, we want to work all of this physical activity. Now he's 500 pounds. Here we go. That keeper is going to give him a little bit of an aid and help him be a little bit more successful. Because again, we love Hasani. We want him to succeed. Here we go. 500 pounds. Oh, he needs another confidence boost. He feels a little embarrassed. He failed. But there's a huge fan club out here for him. And I feel like he's definitely going to be successful. And if you're wondering how much meat is sitting on that zip line, guys, it's about 6 pounds. Which is almost a snack for him. Lions in the wild, they can actually eat 60 to 80 pounds in one sitting. So this 6 pounds, that's literally just a snack for him. He can eat that, no problem. It'll probably take him about 15 minutes. So awesome, he did a great job, guys. Again, we thank you guys for coming out today. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us here at the Houston Zoo. Again, see you guys April 30th. I hope to see you out here. We want to see you guys celebrate our animals with us. You know, we can't do what we do here without the family with you guys to help support our animals here at the Houston Zoo. So we're going to open it up to some potential questions. If there's any last questions before we leave you guys for the day. Thank you guys for celebrating with me, Tori, and Hasani, and seeing some really fun training. If not, thanks guys. We really appreciate you guys, and it was awesome to see you guys here at the Houston Zoo.